How's it going, everybody? The PlayStation Store is running its extended play sale as well as its games under $20 sale. A lot of good deals. We already looked at deals under 5. Time to look at deals under 10. There are so many that we're probably going to do a run back of deals under 10 before the sale ends, so be on the lookout for that probably sometime this weekend. But nonetheless, let's get right into it, and I believe we got 10 deals in this video, so let's get started. I'll kick things off with Uncharted the Nathan Drake collection, which is $9.99. Look, I know most of you guys that are watching our videos probably have played this trilogy of games. It is available on PlayStation Plus Premium, but a lot of you guys are unsubbing from Premium. A lot of you guys are maybe Plus Extra subscribers or Essential subscribers, but I love the Uncharted trilogy, man, and this was my favorite era of gaming. Not to go on my soapbox once again, but loved the fact that we were getting this Uncharted trilogy 2 years apart from each other. Like Uncharted 1, 07, Uncharted 2, 2009, Uncharted 3, 2011. This is, in my opinion, the golden days of gaming when you didn't have to wait 10 years for a sequel to come out. It's really 5 years, but you guys get the idea. Uncharted 2, in my opinion, still holds up with the best of them. I think it's one of the best games that Naughty Dog has put out, and I would put it among, you know, the Last of Us's of the world. And a lot of people think Uncharted 2 outpaces Uncharted 4 even, and if you go back and play Uncharted 2, it still holds up really well. Uncharted 1 has the 2007 game syndrome where, much like Mass Effect 1, The Witcher 1, those games show their age, but Uncharted 1's still a good time to go through. That's a game that I would think, you know, maybe think about doing a remake. Like, remakes are in right now. Uncharted 1 is a game that could use a remake, and Uncharted 3, really good as well. Uncharted 2 is definitely my favorite. Uncharted 3 is almost at that level, but yeah, all 3 games are solid. $9.99, no-brainer there. Next up, Valkyria Chronicles 4 Complete Edition, 80% off for $9.99. Valkyria Chronicles 4 is really, really good. You don't have to play the first game. It's its own story that you can enjoy. The Complete Edition includes all the bonus content, so that's really good because they do have a bundle with Valkyria Chronicles 1 and 4, but that doesn't get you the DLC, which is a bummer, and the DLC is kind of notable, at least some of it is. Game's really good, a solid tactical-based gameplay, art style has a great watercolor look, story solid, character interactions are good, just a really solid game, and an interesting JRPG in the sense that the story is told through the use of a storybook, and it works out really well. A lot of content, $10, definitely a good buy. Burnout Paradise Remastered, 70% off for $6 here. Burnout Paradise is always an arcade racer that I go to bat for. Obviously, it's from January of 2008, which is crazy to think that it's been 15 and a half years since Burnout Paradise has come out, since I remember it like yesterday buying this game for like $60. It's a great game. Soundtrack is awesome, and here's a fun fact. This game has a song called Friction, I think it is, and I believe it's Friction, done by the band that did the theme song for Dragon's Dogma. How about that? I'll give you guys the interesting facts on this channel, but yeah, the soundtrack in general is great. Obviously, music is subjective, but, you know, some throwback songs here. You got My Curse by Killswitch Engage, I should say, but you know, I think Calling All Cars by Senses Fail. Just some wild, old school music that I am a fan of. Gameplay is really great. Arcade racer, crazy crashes, good amount of content, but not overwhelming either. Definitely not at the scale of like a Forza Horizon game, but $6, definitely a good buy. Speaking of racers and arcade racers, WipEout Omega Collection is $8. Really one of the unfortunate franchise that's kind of been killed by Sony. This is such a great arcade racer, futuristic, great soundtrack here as well, satisfying gameplay. And the Omega Collection includes all the content from WipEout HD, WipEout HD Fury, and 2048. What that means is you get a great collection of arcade racing. The VR component to WipEout Omega Collection also, probably one of the most underrated VR experiences on the market, so great buy. You don't need VR, obviously, but yeah, definitely well worth a pickup. Next up, BioShock the Collection, 80% off for $9.99. Another no-brainer, BioShock 1, 2, and Infinite, 3 fantastic games. Most people will consider BioShock 1 and Infinite to be the standouts, but BioShock 2 is pretty solid as well. It seems from what I see, most people do like BioShock 1 the best, which I liked BioShock 1. I loved Infinite, though. I thought the setting in BioShock Infinite was awesome. And I thought the gameplay was super satisfying in Infinite as well. All 3 games are really good. $10 for this collection, no-brainer there. Dying Light, the following enhanced edition, $9. It's Dying Light 1. It's great. Runs great on the PS5. Techland did a killer job in keeping this game updated for a long time, and I am on the boat, as most people, that Dying Light 1 is superior to Dying Light 2, and I like Dying Light 2 a lot. Look, when Dying Light 2 came out last February, I literally had a 9-hour straight play session of that game, and I don't do that anymore, and I don't know why Dying Light 2 was the game that made me just throw it all away and be like, I gotta play this game for 9 hours straight. But I enjoyed Dying Light 2, but Dying Light 1 had the better gameplay, surprisingly, and the parkour gameplay is still as satisfying. The open world's not as big, but it's still got quite a bit of content. $9 for this, great pickup, definitely would give that a recommendation. Next up, Mafia 2 Definitive Edition, $9.89. Mafia is another franchise that I always go to bat for, man. It is such a great series. Apparently, Mafia 4 is in development. I believe it is in development. But Mafia 2 is great. The thing is, this Definitive Edition is total memes, but the Mafia 2 can carry itself, and it's a good game. It includes the additional content as well, so that's quite nice. And it's not a super lengthy game. Like, sometimes people associate Mafia with GTA and think it's this open world game. It's not that. Like, Mafia is more contained, it's more to the point, it's got a more mature story, more serious of a tone, and Mafia 2 was just a really, really well done game. Obviously shows its age at this point, being that it's from like 2011. I remember initially game flying this game, yeah, had a great time with it. A little bit on the shorter side, but that's always been Mafia. Mafia 1 and 2 I thought got length absolutely right. Didn't overstay their welcome, told a gripping story from start to finish, told you it in a amount of time that didn't feel padded. $9.89 for this is a great deal. Next up, we have Immortals Fenyx Rising. 85% off for $9. Is available on Plus Extra, but it does seem like the Ubisoft games are slowly being pulled from Plus, so that's why I'm recommending this. Now, I wasn't as crazy about Immortals Fenyx Rising as a lot of other people. A lot of people thought Immortals Fenyx Rising was one of the best games that Ubisoft has put out in recent years, and I wouldn't go that far, but I definitely understand why people enjoyed it. As a brand new IP, it definitely brought something to the table that a lot of Ubisoft games didn't. The gameplay had some depth to it. I wasn't crazy about the thematics as well as the dialogue in the game. That really pushed me away, but that's not going to be as big of a deterring factor for a lot of you guys, and I think overall for the amount of content you're getting for $9, not a bad pickup whatsoever. There is a gold edition with additional content, but I would just stick to the base game for $9. Next up, we have Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 Road to Boruto. There is Naruto Storm Connections that's coming out in November. That's gotta be the biggest cash grab I've ever seen in my life. That's a stretch, but come on, Bandai, come on, man. Like, why can't you just do a Storm 5? I'm sure Storm 5 is in the works, but from what I've seen of Storm Connections, that game looks like a gigantic cash grab, and, like, man, we're getting into sports game territory with that nonsense, but, you know, maybe I'll be proven wrong. The Naruto Storm games have always been my cup of tea, though. Like, I've been playing these games since 2008 when Storm 1 came out on the PlayStation 3, and they've always been games that I enjoyed. I bought Storm 1 on launch day, I bought Storm 2 on launch day, 3 and 4, I bought Revolution, Generations. Like, these games are my cup of tea, and if it doesn't tell you I'm a homer for Naruto, nothing will. Like, I love these games, the arcadey gameplay, they're easy to pick up and play. Like, whenever I have a bunch of friends over, and a lot of my friends are into Naruto, this is a game we can pop in and have a pretty good time, and we don't take it too seriously. It doesn't have, like, that Tekken flavor from my squad of friends, at least, where, like, people are damn near ready to get into fights after playing it. But enjoy my time with Naruto Storm 4. Obviously, if you haven't played the other 3 games and you want to, the ideal route to go is to wait for the Storm Legacy Collection to go on sale. That goes on sale for like $15, and that gets you Storm 1 through 3 and this game as well. So keep that in mind. If you just want to stick to the latest game, Storm 4 is a great pickup, and I really enjoyed it. I know Boruto is kind of crapped on these days. I haven't watched a ton of it. I just know what they did as far as one notable plot twist and, not plot twist, one notable narrative device, I guess you could say. Narrative element with Naruto. But, yeah, that annoyed me to no end, and I don't think I'll ever give that show a shot, unless, like, the rhetoric on it completely shifts. Lastly, I want to give a shout out to Mega Man Zero ZX Legacy Collection, 67% off for $9.89. This is a great deal. Gets you Mega Man 0, 1 through 4, ZX Advent. Ton of content for your dollars. 0, 1 through 4 are GBA games, so keep your expectations in line on that. ZX and ZX Advent DS titles, but took Mega Man more into a Metroidvania route and did it really well. Unfortunately, we never got a ZX3, which is a bummer, but yeah, this collection is loaded with content, and for $9.89, certainly a good pickup if you're into Mega Man. 0, 1 through 4, bear in mind, though, are fairly challenging, so yeah, I thought I would note that as well. But that'll do it for me. Again, a lot of great deals across both sales right now on the PlayStation Store. Check them out. Links in the description box below, but that'll do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. And as always, thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.